Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here for another video. One that has taken quite a while to get here, and I am saying a year in review for Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA. Now, if anybody here has seen my videos from launch in 2017 for Battlefront 2, you know that one of the main things I said was, within a year, this game will be amazing and far better than what we got at launch. Now, I was right, but I wasn't right with how much better. I thought we would be getting a game that was on par by the end of this year, that would be on par with the original Battlefront 2, and I was obviously wrong there, but this game is immensely better than the game we got at launch. So, let's talk about what we've gotten in the latest update for December 12th. New skin for Obi-Wan, a few changes to Obi-Wan and his model, a few changes to the UI, some changes that will be extended upon next year in January and February and such, and just a few other balancing issues and such fixed, and bugs. Not the biggest update, but it came with some content and does add a few things that we cannot wait to see. Now, how did we get here? Well, let's go all the way back to November 2017. 2017 was interesting because at the launch, the game was a clusterfuck. It had EA's grubby little hands all over it from day one, obviously. Loot crates, inflated hero prices that would take you like 20 plus hours to unlock one hero. It was absolute bullshit. And I thank the fans for just attacking EA and being like, fuck you man, this is bullshit, fix it. And they did. EA saw that, Disney saw that. Hell, I think the guy that literally said for Battlefront 2 to have loot crates was fired. Which, fantastic stuff there. Not for him obviously, but hey, he's the fuckwit that actually said let's put loot crates in the game, so fuck him. So when all the controversy happened, DICE kind of had the situation of, we can fix the game now, we can have the game that we want. The downside was that, with Battlefield 5 on the horizon, devs had to be taken off Battlefront 2 to Battlefield 5, which meant they didn't have enough teams, and they had to spend months and months fixing the progression system, which for us was bad because a lot of content was pushed away or pushed back very far. On that though, there is a light at the end of the tunnel with what we've gotten now, and the fact that they've said that they're going to add a lot more content, from vehicles to special units to arcade updates. They're going to give it to us in 2019. But for the time, it was easy said than done. So what content did we start to get? We got some small content. We did get content every month, but it wasn't anything interesting or big. First month we got was Last Jedi stuff, and that was a big batch of content, to be truthful. We got new campaign missions, 2 new heroes, new maps, and some good update changes. So really, that was a good update. But then we got January. We got Iden Starfighter. Then February we got Jetpack Cargo. March we got the update for the new progression system and Bespin, which was great. Next month, I believe it was Ewok Hunt or something similar. And then from there, it was really just things like skins dragged out beyond anything. And a few bug changes and this and that. Maybe an extra map here or two. Then we got the Han Solo season, split into 2 months. And really, it was just up and down, left and right. It wasn't until we got the roadmap from E3 where we went, oh yeah. So, basically, we got told we were going to get General Grievous, new appearances, hero health rework and generation balancing, Obi-Wan, Grievous, and Geonosis, new clone troopers, and new vehicles. Then we got told January we would get Count Dooku, Obi-Wan appearance, clone trooper appearances, then Anakin, new appearance, new game mode, and new appearances. So the last half of this year really came together and made us go, shit, yeah, this game is going to get better. However, the wait. And within a year there was ups and downs. There was honestly some content that I thought, well, that's depressing, and some content that I was like, wow, that's actually pretty freaking good. So it was definitely a mixed year for the fandom. But when DICE came out and said, you know what, we're going to have a whole extra year, and they've come out and said, look, we're going to do some more arcade updates, we want more heroes, we want more vehicles, we want more special units. A lot of the fandom got happy and excited, and I for one am. So I think it's time to make another prediction. While this game isn't at Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 levels yet, it's close. Gameplay, customization, mechanics, graphics, even design once hopefully the new game mode is in, I think it will start taking shape. and the fact that they said they're going to add they're still working on a big offline game mode, and they want to update arcade, I think we're going to get there, because once they've added all this together, I think that this very well could be and will be the definitive Star Wars Battlefront game, but we will have to wait and see. But for me, I'm just going to say this time next year, because they're hopefully going to do until the last Star Wars film, which I hope is awesome, but with the last two being terrible, well. But at the end of this time next year, December 2019, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be on par, if not better, than the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 05. Big claim, but I think it can happen. DICE is really going all in with Battlefront, and really it's pulling a Battlefield 4, it's pulling a Rainbow Six Siege in a way. It's really coming together and just giving us content after content after content, and it's adding a lot. If you get this game now, especially on sale, you are getting a game that has a fairly good campaign. Not the most perfect thing in the world, but it's fairly good, and depending on difficulty and finding all the nicks and knacks and unlocks, it can take up to 6 to 8 hours, I would say, overall. You get an okay offline component, which you can learn how to use the heroes and play the starships and such. Not bad. Could be better, will be made better later on. You get a fantastic bout of maps and modes that are just actually very, very clean and fun. You get some good customization, and you get a really good game out of it. And it's all free, that's the thing, all of this is free, and I think this is the downside of today's community. When a reviewer comes out and says, oh yeah, this game's shit and shit, as was when it was released basically, not many reviewers also said, oh yeah, by the way, this is an ongoing game and it will change. Within 4 months this game's going to be different, within 5 months different, within a year different. You don't get that. But since it's free content and DLC, that is part of the main package. And if you're a reviewer, you're supposed to review the package. If free content and DLC is going to be part of the package, you should use that as a saying to say, you know what, I'm just going to have to come back to this game in a few months to see how it is, and then continue from there. And considering we should at least be getting an extra year of development throughout 2019, I'm all for it. A lot of fans are hoping we get at least one more year after that. I'm up and down with that. Half of me's like, yes, make this game the best, you know, 2020 will hopefully be when next gen consoles come out, so if there's going to be a Battlefront 3, which here's hoping, because DICE do have the licensings to Battlefront and, well, EA in general to, I believe 2023. So there is that oomph there that maybe we'll get a third game next gen, which I think would be fantastic, because this game now has shown with the live service that DICE want to fix this game, and I swear to God, if there is a Battlefront 3, I will pre-order it day one, because they fixed this game, they've shown that they love it, and honestly, I'm all for it. But overall, my perspective on Battlefront 2 is, it's better. It's a million times better. Is it perfect? No. There are still things that need to be changed, but they are coming. We have to be patient, of course, but every month is something new to this game, and I, for one, enjoy it. And hopefully now, with people coming back from Battlefield 5, this game can start getting big bouts of content. Like, even the devs have said that thank you for everyone who's gone through us this nightmare of a year, which was obviously 2018. Well, 2017 throughout to 2018. So, honestly, this game, fantastic. I think right now, it's like an 8 out of 10. If I was to score it, it's a solid 8 with potential to go up to a solid 9, possibly a 10. It really depends who you are. Me, I think once this game gives us more special units, maps, and hopefully the big game mode that they're making offline, and it's very well done, this game would be a 10 for me, because it would then be harnessing the original Battlefront, where I can just sit back and just play offline and have a big, good, fun time. Sure, it wasn't at launch, but since part of the game is that free online service, I understand that, and I think from a perspective, people should too. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, that's Aussie Viking out. I cannot wait for next year, 2019. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be amazing. If you haven't bought this game yet, get it. Christmas is coming up. It's probably on sale. Do not deny yourself this fantastic Star Wars game at all. Anyway, Aussie Viking out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and rock on.